It's your boy Wits Capone, back with another video, and today is going to be a very interesting video that I'm going to be making today. You get me? And today I'm going to be talking about the importance of sex in a relationship, innit? You get me? So I'm just speaking for me personally, innit? You get me? Me, yeah. The reason why I feel like sex is important in a relationship is because, like, you see, when you're just laying it down and that, I'm just talking from my personal experiences. You see, when you're laying it down and that properly as well, yeah, you get me? Because obviously I'm talking on a mad thing, because like I believe in my source, innit? You get me? Yeah. There's been many times where I've been in a relationship here, not all of them, but a good majority of them, where I've been in relationships where I've laying it down, yeah, and I know that I've done my thing. And you see, when a woman goes out their way to buy you things without you even asking, it's things like that that, like, you need to, like, pay attention to as well, but because no girl, yeah, is gonna go out their way and buy you stuff, expensive stuff, especially if they don't like you. Like, I've never seen that in my life, innit? You get me? If a girl fucks with you in some way, she's gonna want to invest in you in some way, shape or form. Like, do you know what I mean? And yeah, like me, yeah, another reason why I feel like sex is very important in a relationship is because it helps keeps relationships, like, strong. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not saying, you get me, I'm not saying that sex is the be and end all of everything. No, it's not. But at the same time, it's very, very important. I hate, yeah, when you're with your significant other and they're like, oh, sex is not really important like that. Obviously, to a certain degree, I hear that. But at the same time, when you're laying it down and that, and they're screaming your name and that, and all these mad things when they're moaning and that, it's not a that thing. It's different. You get me? These times you're all there telling me to nut in you and that, like. Some certain y'all know what they're doing, you know. But yeah, like, I just feel like, me personally, as well, it depends on who I'm with as well. So if I'm with somebody, yeah, and, like, let's just say, like, the sex is dry, like, I can't be with that person. And me, I'm not gonna lie to that person either and be like, what do you call it? Or, like, just go out and cheat. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't see I don't see the point in cheating. Me, I'll just tell you, listen, I can't lie. I just think we should go our separate ways because this is not it for me, innit? Me, I like to be in a relationship where, I'm not saying you have to flip and pipe every fucking day, but it's one of them ones where I like a relationship where I'm being kept on my toes, innit? You get me? And I'm sure vice versa as well. Like, I ain't trying to be in no relationship where it's like, but because I remember one time as well, yeah, this was years and years ago, yeah. I remember I was first, like, chatting to this girl, yeah, and then she's all telling me I have to wait 8 months. What do I look like to you? I'm not waiting 8 months. You must be mad. Maybe a guy called Cornelius or a guy called Douglas or some guy called Demetrius will wait 8 months, but I'm not waiting 8 months. You must be sick, fam. Obviously, if a girl makes you wait, it means they respect themselves. But 8 months, that's a whole different stretch, bruv. 8 fucking months, that's nearly a year. Imagine that. That's nearly a year, bruv. You can take literally 2-3 days and get to know somebody. Obviously, I'm not saying you get to know them like that, but you get to know them roughly about, like, how they move, like, certain ways about them, like, things like that. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So, like I'm saying, like, I don't see the point in cheating. Like, what's the point? I'd rather just end the relationship and do what I'm doing from there. Like, you can't tell me shit. I'm enjoying my life. That's the end of the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, and another thing as well, yeah, I hate certain gal, yeah, that, like, when you're talking to them, why are you bringing up sex? Bruv, we're grown people, you know? We're grown people. Obviously, I'm not going to just randomly bring up the topic for no reason. I'm not that guy. Like, why would I just randomly do that? That's weird. I'm not on them antics there. Obviously, if I'm having a conversation with somebody, yeah, and I'm getting to know them, obviously, I'm going to do the usual, hi, you're right, what do you do for a living? Like, them sort of questions there, which is acceptable to ask, innit? And then obviously later on, depending on how the conversation goes, then I just do my thing, because I'm not gonna lie, yeah. A lot of people nowadays are just bitchy, bruv. Not all, not everybody, but there's majority of people that are mad bitchy. Like, you get me? Like, and when I say bitchy, in a sense where you make the smallest joke here, like, they start to get pissed off. But then when they make a joke with you, they expect you to sit there and take it. Listen, it's not that kind of party, my friend. Like, you know the ones there, like, it's not that kind of party. Chill out, relax a little bit, broski. You get it? So, yeah, another thing as well, the importance of sex in a relationship, I feel like as well, is it keeps your woman happy. You get me? When you're pleasing your woman, as a man, do you not feel good about yourself that you're pleasing your woman? Because I'm not gonna lie, yeah, in a relationship here, not even in a relationship, in general, like a lot of people that are immature, they have sex just to please themselves. No, it's not about pleasing yourself. Sometimes, it's not even sometimes, it's about pleasing yourself and your significant other. That's the whole point. For example, me, yeah, the way I see things, if I'm having sex with my woman, yeah, and Ross Clark, I'm not in first and she's barely even bust yet, I didn't fuck her, she fucked me. Did you get it? It's one of them ones. So the way I see things, like, and the way other people need to start seeing things is, well, as men anyway, I feel like when you're doing your thing, mash works. Like, you get me? Mash works and that. Because there's no way, as a grown man as well, I could understand, like, when you're young, you're a virgin, you've just started beating and you're busting in 2 minutes and that. That's standard. Because even me, I'll be real, yeah. In the beginning stages, when I first started beating, I was like that as well. Like, I have no shame to say it. I'm being honest with myself. I'm being honest with you guys, most importantly. You get me? Like, I was busting 2 minutes. I was a 2-minute man back in the day. But you see, as you go along, you start to get experienced and all these sort of things. Even sometimes, a strategy that I use is things like, if I'm having sex with a woman, I try and detach myself from the situation, even though I'm in the situation as well, like, at the same time, if that makes sense. You get me? That's I feel like that's a strategy that I use that works for me, innit? Obviously, everybody has their strategies and things that works for them, innit? So I'm not gonna, like, try and tell people what to do, but obviously that works for me. Another reason why sex is important, I feel like, bruv, I'm 25, I'm trying to have kids. Obviously, I'm not trying to have kids with just any random girl, bruv. Like, what do I look like? I ain't gonna have no youth with no random girl. I want to make sure that I want to make sure the girl that I have youths with, she respects herself, she has morals, most importantly, she has principles. You get me? A girl that has morals and has principles, that's a girl that you can hold in a high regard, and high standards. You get me? That's just point blank period. That's just me anyway. That's how I was raised. I was raised never to chase a female. You get me? If the girl likes you and she's giving you effort, fine. Then you invest in it a little bit. You get me? But if you're chatting to a girl and you feel like it's one-sided and that, just leave it alone. You get me? Leave it alone. Chat to someone else. Because at the end of the day, there's plenty of fish in the sea. You get me? And I ain't talking about the app that's on flipping App Store and that. You get me? There's plenty of fish in the sea, literally. That's how I see things anyway. I'm the sort of person where if I'm chatting to someone and I don't feel like it's not going anywhere and it's just seeming like mad forced and that, I'm just going to move on and talk to somebody else. You get me? That's just how it goes. What? So, for example, there's even certain women, yeah, not all women do it, but some women do it. They do this thing of don't talk to me to see what you as a guy would do. Me, I don't play that shit. I'll be so fucking real. I don't play that shit. If you're telling me not to talk to you again, I'm simply not talking to you again. Because me, I'm not a beg. Do you get it? I'm not a beg. I'm not going to beg someone to talk to me or be with me and that. You must be mad. In what world? What? Cuckoo land, like? Nah, not me, brethren. Like, you must be mad. You must have like a next brother, like, or something, because them things there can't run with me, innit? It's as simple as that. And also, I feel like as well, another reason why relationships like sex is important in a relationship, yeah. Like, it just stops like petty arguments. Like, I'll be so real. I've been in relationships, yeah, where like a girl will just randomly start an argument. Obviously, like, arguments happen within reason, but there's times where like I'm just minding my own business in previous relationships that I've been in, and then randomly they start with their shit. You didn't take out this, you didn't take out the bin, you didn't, bruv. If you're saying taking out the bin is calm and it's manly, you go do it then. You get me? You go do it. You get me? Like, what do I look like to your professional slave or something, bruv? You get me? Obviously, bearing in mind, these times I was like younger, these times, innit? You get me? Obviously now, as a grown man now, I wouldn't see any faults in it, unless it's not a two-way thing where you do it, I do it, you do it, I do it. You take turns, sort of thing, innit? You get? That's how I see things. Especially like me personally, I feel like in a relationship, yeah, except bills, I feel like, me personally, this is just my random opinion, yeah, I feel like as men, you need to be the man of the house. You need to provide. I'm not saying women can't chip in and do their bit as well, but at the same time, as a man, you need to use your initiative and make sure that your yard is patterned, especially if you got youths, bruv. You get me? There's no way, yeah, I'm trying to have a youth, yeah, and I'm working a job like I'm working as a plumber or something. Then in primary school, because I remember back in the day, yeah, as a youth, primary school, they used to tell people to draw like their dad and all of that. And then they'll ask your dad and what does your dad do for a living? And I'm not even gonna lie, back in the day I had certain friends, yeah, where they would be like, oh, their dad is a plumber and and then bare man are just laughing at them. I don't want that. I want my kid to experience the very best. You get it? I'm not saying when I have kids they don't have to like have their own struggles and whatnot, but I'm trying to do everything in my power to make sure they don't go through the same things that I did. You get it? It's that simple. Like, me personally, is one of them ones where as well, when I do have kids, I want to make sure, obviously, yeah, you have to discipline them in many ways. Cool, I understand that. But at the same time, you have to make kids learn from their own mistakes as well. You get me? You can't be one of them parents that are always up in like your children's grow, like, oh, you have to do this, why ain't you doing this, like why ain't you defending like this football player, or why ain't you doing this like this person? No, you don't. As a parent, you can't be hostile to your children, because they're just gonna grow up hating you. You get me? But yeah, back to the actual topic here. I feel like as well that another reason, well, to me anyway, to me personally, another reason why I feel like sex is important in a relationship, yeah, is like, obviously, let's be real, let's be realistic here, innit? Y'all have group chats, innit? You don't want to be one of them guys, yeah, that's getting rubbed out in the group chats and that. Girls may say, oh, that's childish, they don't really do that, but trust me, I see certain group chats, yeah, where I see certain gal rubbing out certain man. Obviously, I ain't in a relationship, so it's one of them ones where I'm just seeing things from a neutral perspective, but at the same time, it's like, raw, my man's really getting rubbed out like that. Then certain gal are sending me screenshots of my man getting rubbed out in the group chat and that. In my head, I'm thinking, you must be mad. That can never be me, you know? You get me? That's why you need to do everything as a man to make sure that you're not like, you get me, you're not slacking. You get me? Everybody has moments where things don't go right for them, but it's up to you to rectify those mistakes and put things right. You get me? Because at the end of the day, no individual on this planet is perfect. You get me? We just have to do the most we can to make sure we can provide for ourselves, our wives, our husbands, and just provide for ourselves in general. You get what I mean? Not even just that. Your family, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, all that good stuff. I even forgot to mention. You get me? I just feel like these things are important as well as like the importance of sex in a relationship. You get me? Because all these things come in hand. They like, you get me? They're very similar in ways. So I feel like I have to talk about things that are relevant to this topic, if that makes sense, innit? But yeah, man, literally, I feel like man's putting my 2 cents in this video, and that obviously, like, give me your opinions on what you thought about this video. Give me suggestions on what you would like to see me bring to my YouTube channel in terms of content. Also, don't forget to promote this video by sharing it with your friends and family, all that good stuff, whether it be on Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, all that good stuff, even Facebook to a degree. I know not many people use Facebook like that anymore, but people still use it, so even that would help as well. So yeah, man, literally I've covered everything that I needed to cover. So yeah, man, other than that, it's been your boy Wix Capone, and I'm out.